Excerpt from Under a Cruel Star, A Life in Prague, 1941 to 1968, by Heda Margulies Kovale. This excerpt is from an account of a Jewish woman named Heda during World War II. At the beginning of the war, she lived in Prague, the capital city of Czechoslovakia. She is sent to a concentration camp where she spends many years. By some miracle, she manages to escape and return to her neighborhood in Prague. She wanders from friend to friend, trying to find someone who will shelter and help her. Some can supply food, some clothes, maybe a bed for a night, but there is no warm welcome to greet her. After so many years spent living under Nazi rule, everyone is terrified, and fear is the most common reaction to Kovale's sudden appearance at their doors. The posters in the streets listing names of people, sometimes entire families, killed for trying to help people like Kovale, are a daily reminder of what danger her friends face by being in contact with her. In this excerpt, Kovale describes going to visit a friend from before the war to see if he will help her stay safe and hidden from the terrors of the Nazis. Paragraph 1. This was the 6th year of German occupation. Thousands of people had been shot. Whole villages had been wiped out, just for helping resistance or for harboring escaped prisoners. If the Nazis caught us, it meant death not only for us, but for anyone who helped us or was even casually associated with us. Just to see an illegal without reporting him to the police was at the time a capital crime. The police were continually searching homes, checking identity papers, prowling the streets. Paragraph 2. During those years, Prague had changed, perhaps even more than I had. Most of my friends and relatives were still in concentration camps, and I would have no idea where to turn if it had not been for Jenda. Jenda, who was my closest friend, could only have changed for the better. I knew that if he was still alive and free, I would be safe. The day before our deportation, he had come to our home with a small gift for everyone and had declared, "Whatever happens, I'll be your anchor. If you can, send me your messages. Should you be separated, count on meeting again at my place. If anything happens to me, I'll find a replacement. I'll never stop waiting for you to come back. You'll always have somewhere to come back to." Paragraph 3. It was already evening when I reached the apartment house where Jenda lived, and as I slowly walked up the stairs, my feet hurt. Somehow it was difficult to walk. I arranged my scarf around my head and rang the bell. The door opened. It was Jenda. What luck! Paragraph 4. He did not seem to recognize me. No wonder, I thought. I tried to smile, but at that instant his eyes flashed with such terrible shock and with such horror that my smile fell away. Jenda grabbed my hand, glanced down at the stairwell, and pulled me inside. He closed the door behind us, then blurted out, "For God's sake! What brings you here?" Paragraph 5. The answer stuck in my throat. So this was my anchor, this terrified, trembling wretch, who could not even look me straight in the eye? Was this really Jenda? I looked around the room, trying to latch onto something familiar. There was his bookcase, the easy chair by the window, things old and familiar. But there was also new red carpet, a new phonograph, and a few paintings I had not seen before. Paragraph 6. We faced each other silently. Then he spoke. I did not let him go on with his explanations for too long. Things were clear without the talk. I saw that he felt ashamed of himself and guilty, but this was his fear was stronger than anything else. All he could think of was the deadly danger that had walked in with me. Was I sure no one had seen me on the stairs? He wanted not to know me, to know nothing about me and live in peace and quiet in the middle of death and desperation. Still, I believe that while he was talking to me, he realized that his calm was gone for good. Even if he were never to hear from me again, his life would not be the same.